Yo guys, Jonathan here. Without a doubt, Samsung's Galaxy S8 is one of the most impressive phones of 2017. The iPhone 8, however, is officially here, and with that, I think it's time to see how these two stack up side by side. Now clearly, once you put these phones next to each other in terms of design, aesthetics, and really just overall looks, not to sugarcoat anything, but the Galaxy S8 is miles ahead. The iPhone 8 definitely does have some very impressive features, but design-wise, it really hasn't changed much over the years, so honestly, for all intents and purposes, it very well could have been called the iPhone 7S. The Galaxy S8, on the other hand, is a completely different story. It has this beautiful bezel-less display that looks like it's straight out of the future, and I've said it before, but I still think the Galaxy S8 is arguably the best-looking phone of 2017. Now, with the upcoming iPhone 10, that very well may change that statement for me, but that is a different comparison for a different day. For now, and especially because both the iPhone 8 and Galaxy S8 are very similar in pricing, we are going to focus on these two phones. Now, regardless, both of these are very impressive devices, and I'm sure most of you out there would love to win either of these. So with that, you have a chance to win either a brand new Galaxy S8 or iPhone 8. The choice is yours, but if you want to go crazy and we can get to 100,000 likes, I will give away both of these. So for a chance to win, go ahead and check out the link down below, but the main thing you need to do is make sure you subscribe. So if you haven't done that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Huge shout out to The Walking Dead No Man's Land for sponsoring this comparison and giveaway. I was actually super excited they wanted to do that because I freaking love The Walking Dead. If you guys haven't checked out the game, it is a turn-based action strategy game where you battle those walkers, and you can do so with Daryl, Rick, Glenn, and even the ninja master with a stick, Morgan. Now, as much as I love those guys, there's a part of me that can't help but root for Negan and Lucille. So if you're a Negan fan too, right now if you download the game, which is free in both the App Store and the Play Store before September 30th, you get Negan for free. This game is super addicting, and if you can't get enough Walking Dead, there is a unique storyline written specifically just for this game. There are weekly challenges, and two huge updates just dropped. First is The Distance, which is a brand new game mode, which is specifically for players who have reached Council Level 18, and this is designed so you can put those skills to the test in a brand new survival mode. It's a little challenging because characters will not be able to heal in between missions, but if you're up for the challenge, it's worth it because new rewards will drop each time the Distance event occurs. This allows you to collect components for your mission crates and craft badges for your survivors. Both these updates are available now, so make sure you check out the links below, and whether you're on Team iPhone or Team Android, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, you're gonna dig this game. Now, unfortunately, with the iPhone 8, it still connects to a lightning port, and surprise, surprise, does not have a headphone jack. So two potential advantages with the Galaxy S8 is one, USB-C, and two, the fact that you can connect a pair of wired headphones without any adapter. Now, another potential advantage with the Galaxy S8 is micro SD card expandability. And I don't want to turn this into an iOS versus Android war. For me, I've never really felt the need to store anything on a micro SD card, but for some, it may be a big deal. If that's the case, that is clearly where the Galaxy S8 has a one-up. From there, you might notice that both the iPhone 8 and Galaxy S8 feature an all-glass back, and that is because both of these feature wireless charging. Clearly, this isn't anything new to Samsung or the Galaxy lineup. It is, however, in fact, brand new to the iPhone 8. They're using the wireless Qi standard and not some proprietary crap, so the fact that it's finally here on the iPhone is only going to help wireless charging become further adopted, and that is better for everybody. The one thing I will mention, though, in terms of fast charging or quick charging, that is something you get right out of the box with the Galaxy S8, whereas with the iPhone 8, you're going to need to spend nearly $100 in accessories just to get that, which is kind of crazy. So definitely a plus one to Samsung for providing quick charge out of the box, and unfortunately, in typical Apple fashion, you're going to pay more for adapters and accessories. For me though, whether I'm on Android or iPhone, I feel like I'm usually plugged into an Anker power bank or wall charger, so I've never really felt like my phone needs to charge faster. This is their brand new Power Core 2, which packs 20,000 milliamp hours of juice inside, so battery for days. It really doesn't matter which device you're on, it just works, and it works well. So if you're interested in checking one out, I will drop a link down below. Now from there, jumping into the displays, it is not even close. The Galaxy S8 here is the clear winner. It features a beautiful, and I mean beautiful, 5.8-inch Super AMOLED display. It's bright, it's colorful, it's vibrant, and the lack of bezels kind of just makes you want to stare in awe at it, and there really is no other word to describe it than impressive. With that display, Samsung also did a fantastic job of implementing a virtual home button into the screen, and it just works really well. The downside to that is that Samsung could not implement the fingerprint reader into the display, so in turn, it is located awkwardly on the back next to the camera, which I'm still not a fan of. Unlike the iPhone 10, the iPhone 8 does, however, have a fingerprint reader or Touch ID up front, so in terms of that, I definitely prefer the iPhone 8. That, though, unfortunately does not help the iPhone 8's display when stacked up side by side against the Galaxy S8. Now, the iPhone 8 is not a bad display by any means. It's got a beautiful wide color gamut, it's bright, True Tone actually works really well, but it just kind of pales in comparison in both size and resolution. It is a 4.7-inch display with a 750p resolution, and again, when you stack it side by side against the Galaxy S8, it's not even close. So while the display is a clear advantage to the Galaxy S8, if we look under the hood, the iPhone 8 might surprise you. Yes, the Galaxy S8 has an 8-core processor, and I've seen people make fun of the iPhone 8, the iPhone 10 for finally getting a 6-core processor, but the fact is, the A11 Bionic chip is nuts. Stacked up side by side against the Galaxy S8, it completely smashes and obliterates it. The big thing with that A11 chip is that when it needs to, it's going to utilize all 6 of those cores at the same time, whereas with the Galaxy S8, it is actually 2 pairs of quad-core processors. That in turn is why the iPhone 8, and especially in multi-core performance, does so well, and just for reference, that is on par with a 13-inch MacBook Pro, which is crazy in terms of a smartphone. Again, I don't want to turn this into a war or negate how awesome the Galaxy S8 is, because it is a fantastic, beautiful, really fast phone, but in terms of performance, it is clear that Apple is miles ahead. From there, I want to jump over to cameras, because honestly, that is probably one of the most important features to pretty much everybody out there. Both the iPhone 8 and Galaxy S8 feature 12 megapixel shooters on the back, and in terms of performance goes as far as photography, both do an amazing job. To showcase that, I think these 2 pictures here are a prime example of why that is the case. This was shot on the Galaxy S8, which is an amazing picture, but if we hop over to the iPhone 8, it is pretty much equally as impressive. I'm not sure which I like more, but I think either way, you would not be disappointed with either of these. Same thing here with these pictures. I think the iPhone 8 does a fantastic job of capturing the highlights, the shadows, not overblowing the sunset, but it's pretty much the same thing on the Galaxy S8. The only advantage I would say the S8 has with this picture over here is if we crop it and zoom in, it does retain sharpness just a little bit better over the iPhone 8. Now, one instance where I prefer the Galaxy S8 over the iPhone 8 is this alpha bounce shot right here. With the iPhone 8, it is ever so slightly just a little overwashed, a little overexposed, but as we hop over to the Galaxy S8, it kind of just holds everything together better, the colors pop more, and overall it's just a more pleasing image. From there, moving into more of a lower light situation, I think both the iPhone 8 and Galaxy S8 do a really fantastic job. I think with the iPhone 8, you get a more natural, true-to-life image with more accurate colors, whereas with the Galaxy S8, it looked great, but it tended to cool things down a bit, but overall, it was just a sharper image. Now, as far as the front-facing cameras go, that hands down goes to the Galaxy S8. I've always liked their wide-angle lens. The iPhone has just never really felt wide enough, and as you can see, as we stack them side by side, both do a really impressive job, but I just prefer the look of the Galaxy S8 more. Now, from there, one clear advantage the iPhone 8 has over the Galaxy S8 is when it comes to video. The iPhone 8 will shoot up to 4K at 60 frames per second. That's something the Galaxy S8 does not do. So for reference, here's an example of both at 4K 30. So we are here on the iPhone 8 testing out 4K 30 FPS video. Also going to give a little test out to the stabilization. I'm going to walk around, give it a little back and forth. Rich with the crispy shirt, looking good with the tricolors. Ralphie holding it down on the camera. And now let's hop over to the Galaxy S8. Holy crop factor, we are here on the Galaxy S8, moving around again, testing out the stabilization. Video quality looks good. I'm curious to see how it reacts a little bit. Moving in, grabbing focus. That's pretty quick. Tricolors one more time. It looks crisp here, not gonna lie. Back to Ralphie, and let me know what you think it looks better with a comment down below. The other big deal with the iPhone 8 is 1080p 240 FPS slow motion video, which is crazy. Here's a quick example of the 240 FPS slow motion video on the iPhone 8. Again, this is not something the Galaxy S8 even does, so I can't truly compare it apples to apples. To make it a little more even, here's what 120 frames per second slow motion video looks like on the iPhone 8, and you can see it does a really amazing job. Clearly, my rock juggling skills could use some improvement, but as we hop over to the Galaxy S8, you can see in terms of clarity and just overall quality, it is miles better on the iPhone 8. Now, ultimately, it really comes down to preference and ecosystem. Both of these are fantastic, high-quality phones. The Galaxy S8 is far superior in terms of design, hardware, the display, and while the iPhone 8 may not look the most impressive on the outside, it is packing some serious power and impressive features inside. With the Galaxy S8 and more specifically Android, you are clearly getting more customization, more freedom, more flexibility, whereas with the iPhone 8 and more specifically iOS 11, yes, it can be limiting, but in terms of the ecosystem, the App Store, it is second to none. For me, both of these are fantastic phones, and again, it is a great time to be alive in terms of technology. Hopefully this video kind of showcased what is cool about each of these phones and helped you with your choice. Aside from that, thank you guys very much for watching. If you missed it, I just dropped a brand new iPhone 8 Plus versus 8 unboxing and comparison. You can check that out here or check out the link below. This is Jonathan, and I will catch you guys later.